If I told you that there was a major cover-up going on with the State Department and Hillary Clinton, would you even understand what I'm talking about, or are you still concentrating on the... Thank you for tuning in to the Shikama Live Show with your host, Shikama, produced by Boundless Enterprise, LLC, in association with www.LasVegasNevadaDUI.com. There is a huge cover-up that is going on with Hillary Clinton at the orders and commands or royal edicts given by President Obama. I know a lot of black people are still defending him and saying that he's A-okay with them. I think they are blind and have absolutely no clue what is going on. It is shameful that you can be worth, $500,000 and still stand behind a guy that robs you blind. Now, there's a couple of things going on. There were some court proceedings, some trials. Obama ordered those sealed, which I didn't even think was possible. My sources have dried up on the story. I can't find anybody to report on the story, give me details on the story. I do have intimate knowledge about how the State Department is run and a couple of things to say about that. And that is, you never kill the ambassador. The ambassador is never, ever harmed. And this doesn't just go with the formation of this country. Even in their worst, hundreds of years ago, you never touch the king or the duke or whatever. You always save that person because that's your bargaining chip. So I think there is something far more sinister going on than what they're even trying to leak. I think the story that they're leaking, or the story that they've come out with, I think is wrong. Why do I say that? Because of my intimate and first-hand knowledge of how the State Department and how the diplomatic corps runs. You do not touch the ambassador. I don't care who you are. I don't care. You could be a crazed lunatic and hate the entire United States. You don't touch the ambassador. Why? Because you can go to the ambassador, and the ambassador serves as a president insofar as you're concerned in your country, right? So you understand that part, and everybody understands that. For people to really believe that there are people who have organized attacks that have circumvented, overcome State Department, U.S. Marine protection, you have to be three ways stupid. You have to be dumber than a doornail for you to really sit there and believe that. I know what the procedures, I know how the diplomatic corps is run. I know how it's run overseas. I know how it's, and the story that they're given does not hold water. There is nowhere in this universe that there is somebody so organized on one hand, so technically savvy on one hand, so efficient on one hand, but on the other hand kills the ambassador. It does not hold water. I think the official leaking story about this entire scenario is a flat-out lie. There have been people, some of my sources have said that they don't even believe that the ambassador has been killed. And then they point to some other cases that I'm not even familiar with, where the people were laughing, supposedly, while in mourning over somebody who had died. I think the cover-up is the cover-up for the cover-up, if you understand what I'm saying. It's a wheel within wheels, right? It's plan within plans. You cover it up, and then you say, oh, I'm sorry, what we were covering up was this, when in fact that's not what it was at all. You don't touch the ambassador. You really don't. I have never been kidnapped myself. I lived under that threat for 20 years. Thank God nothing ever happened to me. However, I did come face to face with supposed terrorists. However, the authorities who I dealt with in connection with those supposed terrorists had their doubts if they really were terrorists. So, my opinion is universally that there are no terrorists. I know for some of you, you're going to jump out of your seat, scream and holler, pull your beard, pull your whiskers, pull your breast or whatever you want to pull and say, oh, how can he say that? I do not believe that there are terrorists. I believe it is all a concoction made up by the West so that the people in the West, that's including Europe and the United States, have a boogeyman that then the powers that be, the government, can pass all sorts of taxes, pass all sorts of legislation destroying all freedoms that these countries, the citizens of these countries enjoy, that they can just at will declare martial law. And I think that's what's really going on. I don't believe, because I've lived through bombings, I lived through shootings, I've lived through coup d'etats, I've lived through all of that. Now, there are things that people do inside of their country that goes on, but I do not believe that there's some terrorists that are so organized and they're out to get all the white people in the world. I think it is a complete and utter lie. And for my white viewers, I would be very careful and actually research the topic. I don't want to do your thinking for you because I don't like that. I don't like it when CNN and Fox does it. Anyway, I think there's a cover-up going on with Hillary Clinton. They're trying to gear her up for the 2016 election, and that's why they're coming out against this Weiner guy, saying that he should step out of the race because if he is sitting on top and in the public eye, when Clinton comes up for her campaign, they're going to point the finger and say, well, you were just as guilty with your infidelity in your marriage. Why should we vote for you? And that's why they're asking him to step out of the race, because it embarrasses her family. Well, that's something that she has to deal with, and she really shouldn't be putting that on somebody else. Let Weiner run his campaign as he sees fit. But he's capable of doing that himself. He has enough money to do whatever he wants to. All right. Thank you for watching the Chicago Live Show. I didn't mean to make this long. Please subscribe. Share this video. I'm really seeking concrete evidence of what's really going on with Hillary Clinton and this Benghazi stuff. All right. Please like the video. Share it, and there is a contest going up for my subscribers. Thank you for watching the Chicago Live Show.